magnificent in a while. He got his first gun today.
Wow, good.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Woo,
How you doing, guys?
We're doing great.
That's awesome.
Appreciate you all having me. But
My
yeah,
TV's going now.
So it's been like 4 weeks since the last live we did. Last that we were supposed to do was on Mother's Day. So sorry everyone if I canceled it. I think people prefer to see the loved ones and say hello to their mothers on that day.
hey Connie.
Oh yeah, hi Connie.
I'm just sharing on this thing real quick because I got the notification on my phone, so I'm sharing.
Hey James or Barbie, whoever that was.
Yeah, James or Barbie is in the chat room, waiting for them to connect. Tatiana too.
Hey,
Tatiana will not be coming up, so she'll just stay in there. She'll watch it.
Did you say she was working and now she's in the chat room?
No, she was supposed to work tomorrow,
Okay.
and she's not because she has strep throat. So she's not gonna.
So our super guest today is Nate from Cape Cod Magnet Crew.
I don't know if it's super guest, but, yeah, I had a bunch of fun with you guys. I actually watched that video a lot. That's one of my favorite videos. That was a ton of fun. You know, goofing around, riding all those bikes. I've never seen so many bikes pulled up in one day before.
It was crazy.
What was the total? Like 7 of those and like 2 e-bikes or something?
Imagine if we took the e-bikes, like that would have been even more weight, you know?
Yeah. No.
Did we leave the e-bikes over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It's funny because when I was coming back up, the guy that we went to behind the restaurant, and he's like, that was my bike that I was renting, and somebody I had it on the side, and they threw it in the water.
Well, there you go.
So he was so happy that we got it out. So
That's messed up.
yeah, but he's like, it's been in there for a while. So
Yeah.
Well, like I was telling you guys a little bit ago, I took my son out today. Talia was with me too. She was doing the narration for all the live stuff, but he had 4 firsts today. He hasn't been out magnet fishing in probably like 6 months. Got his first gun.
Whoa.
Got his first shopping cart. He got his first railroad spike, and I forget what else, but there was one other first, and so it was a pretty good day for him.
Yeah,
definitely got his workout.
Yeah, we did. And then we had to take a ride in the shopping cart. The shopping cart was pretty gnarly, but it was in good shape that we were able to still get in it, and he pushed me. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know if you saw the one that we got in New York with me and Julie. Forget it. It was like the wheels didn't turn. Everything was covered with. It was so nasty.
Oh yeah.
right.
Unable to do anything with that.
This one was covered, but for some reason, it was in good shape.
Ah, cool.
And I think that's because it was a freshwater river. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we usually fish in saltwater here on Cape Cod, so it wrecks everything.
Hi, Tatiana.
Again, hi, Tatiana.
Hope you feel better.
yeah, the shopping cart that we got, me and James and Donnie tried to get was that
Oh yeah, that was in Boston.
Oh, that was Boston, right next to Tea Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was so much nasty stuff on this, like just the stuff that was on not even the cart, the seaweed stuff and eggs and everything. It probably weighed like twice as much.
Yeah.
And those eggs are full of water too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joker. They squirted at you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was the best slow motion I have ever.
I wasn't there with you guys on that one, but I wasn't too far another time. Not far at all from where you were, and it's where all the cruise ships and stuff come in. And I pulled up probably like a 20-foot piece of rebar, and it had all those squirty things on me, and they were just squirting everywhere. And same exact thing as you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
They were so happy to see you. They were squirting everywhere on you.
Yeah, they were. They don't see it when you do that. Yep. There's
Hey.
Talia.
Hey.
How you
How
doing?
you doing? I'm still waiting for my drawing.
Still waiting for your drawing.
What's wrong?
The drawing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we gotta make scans. I did get it scanned. I haven't made
Right
prints of it yet.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. It's
Not
fault.
much.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it actually. I'll frame that. I'll frame it if you do it. So
We'll make prints one of these days. We did get it scanned. I just haven't had it printed yet. You guys over there, Mischief, you don't know that Talia's a pretty talented artist, and she actually painted this. When we did a 1K giveaway, we were going to give away the painting itself, but it was like so well done, we ended up scanning it and just getting one print, put in a frame. But it's amazing. She did it when she was 12. She's 13 now, and
Nice.
I don't know. I come from an art background, and she's really, really good. You know,
Yeah,
does she have the
my
painting? Does she have the picture?
it's hanging on our wall over there. Yeah,
my oldest daughter does animation and pictures and stuff.
that's awesome.
Yeah, she's
I
really good too.
totally push the artistic side. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's getting it.
So Nate, is the water down there still high as hell?
It's not that bad. No.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Make
Let's-
that bigger, Joker.
Let's see this bigger.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Oh my
That's
god,
cool.
that's so amazing. Nate,
That
you
is
look so
pretty.
small.
Yeah, I know, right?
I like that.
Was that a 360 magnet on it?
Yeah, 360, definitely.
Was that a Kratos magnet? I'm just
Bonnie says very nice. See,
no, that is amazing. That's amazing painting. I think it's
Yeah.
That's very good.
And
Yeah.
this one was the 1K.
it was
thought
1K.
about-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oop,
I mean,
careful,
if she's
there's an
doing
accident.
that at 12 years old, just imagine when she gets older and she starts.
She
doing
actually showed me something interesting today. She's starting to draw things, but create stories between all the drawings, and she's going to start doing things on like TikTok with it. Not videos, but you can post like 15 pictures or something. So she'll do like a 15 slide story
Oh, that's pretty
Okay.
cool.
TikTok that
That's
she's
cool.
trying to create herself. It'll be interesting.
That's
so
cool.
my wife just texted me because my daughter is watching this live in my room.
Yeah.
And my wife just said that your daughter is very talented.
See?
I'm
very
watching
humble.
you guys because Tatiana. It's like I'm in the basement. I'm on one side of the basement, and Jesse's on the other side of the basement, and she's watching.
Yeah. Cole's been very bad. That's why he's in the basement.
I'd rather be in the basement because it's quiet. The walls are up here, the concrete, not freaking all that stuff. So
Sure.
Now, what have you
But
guys been up to ever since we last saw you? I mean, have you guys found anything interesting? Gone any interesting places?
Me, I went with Julie. We went to New York 2 weeks later.
Okay.
We were supposed to go to Ottawa in Canada. It's our capital.
Yep.
But at the last second, we said, no, let's go to New York. It's going to be better. We did find in Sheepshead's Bay a gun, but it was James. I don't want to do a spoiler, but it's a spoiler for the next video that's coming off, I think, Tuesday. Julie got her second brass knuckle.
Wow.
I'm the queen of brass
Now she's
knuckles
got
over
both
there.
hands.
Yeah. Every time I ask someone, is anybody got a freaking brass knuckle in magnet fishing? Everybody says no. And she's got two. One on my birthday last year and this year on her birthday in New
Those
York.
are signs right there. Be careful.
But we didn't keep it. That's something for sure. We didn't keep it because we cannot go through customs with that.
That's
Yeah.
We're not going to
And-
knock him out, I swear.
I wish I could, but But on the first video, the part one, I did find a mystery bag with explosives inside.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, and they were shorts like that, and they were taped with a bolt or something that to do a shrapnel.
Nice.
oh wow.
I
And
found
the police didn't want it.
No.
Okay.
So what did they expect you to do with it?
I don't know. So we detonate them everywhere in the square. No, for real, they
That's what I heard
didn't
on
want
the
it. They just didn't want it. So they said, just put it in the garbage.
Weird.
Don't light a match.
Yeah.
And you guys, what did you do?
After the Boston trip, we actually went to Nashua. It's the same place for like 5 times. We pulled out like 8 bikes, 5 scooters,
Shopping cart.
a shopping cart, a whole bunch of metal, the same bridge, like over and over and over again.
That's
Yeah,
great when you find a spot like that.
Yeah. So
I thought I recognized every time you do a short that it's the same place every time.
well, it's just we kept catching stuff. It was just one after the other.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we always had a line
On
of
the pole.
on a pole, yeah. Well, we always had a line of people too, just watching us.
And I got the steak knife.
Yeah, you got a steak knife because it's right next to a restaurant. So, but
Mm.
ever since then, it's just been raining for the last week, and it's the water just so high that no matter how many times you put the magnet, it just drifts off, and there it goes.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I'm
So.
trying to get out for a day to go to New Hampshire and go see Donnie and them.
Yeah.
You ought to when you go to Lowell, you ought to bring your magnet. Lowell's got some sketchy areas.
Mm.
You know,
I would, but I'm going to see my dad.
right? Take him with it.
And, well, it's funny because my dad does photography,
Okay.
and he does like pictures and stuff of like nature and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes I get bored when there's a dock around, so I actually gave him one of my old magnets,
Oh.
and he's like, he wanted to try magnet fishing. I'm like, this is so weird. My dad's asking me stuff about magnet fishing. I'm supposed to be asking my dad stuff about stuff like that and everything. But yeah, we're going to, what was it? It's called Good Times Family Restaurant
Okay.
in Lowell. It's about 2 hours from us.
Mm.
Nice.
But we're gonna leave at 9 in the morning, me and Jesse, and excuse me, we had to be there at 12.
I drive 2 hours just to go magnet fishing. I don't care. That 2 hour drive is nothing.
That's why I want to go to with Donnie and Nasha, where he goes, because
I would gladly meet you guys up in New Hampshire sometime.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
supposed to be
there's a
going on
huge-
the 22nd. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, I believe so. There's another bridge I want to take you to, which I have not been to. It's in Nashua, and there's a perfect place to park. So, and the bridge is huge. So,
I mean, I would love to go. I mean, it's a Sunday. I don't have to work.
yeah, not sure what we'll find, but I know the bridge is insanely big. So,
Yeah. I mean, I think I have that day off anyway. And stuff. I'm hoping that Jesse and Tatiana and them just could come out with me and you guys can meet finally.
yeah,
I mean, Joker's met Jesse.
Mhm.
She's hilarious. Tatiana, Rachel. I know Joker's favorite person that's in my family is Tuca. Tuca's his favorite.
Yeah. I love that dog.
Julie loves Mocha. Joker's daughter likes Lucifer, my cat. So. But yeah, man, I'm excited to get back. Like you said, Donnie, your rivers are so high.
oh yeah,
Like mine are like so high right now. Like they just filled up the canal back up because the water was so high.
yeah. We might try. I might try some like ponds in small areas that I have never tried yet. maybe I'll find some stuff in there. We'll give it a
Oh,
shot.
you
that's
probably
right.
will.
I
But
mean,
for right now, rivers and streams and stuff like that is impossible. But hopefully, it's supposed to be 80 degrees next week, so hope to God we get no rain.
yeah.
Yeah, me. It's on Wednesday. I'm going to do magnet fishing in a town called Granby. It's one of the largest zoo in Quebec. So we're gonna magnet fish around that thing. I don't know if we're gonna find something.
You're gonna find some bones. You're gonna
Magnetic bones.
magnetic bones, Wolverine hands.
So let me ask you this though, Joker, real quick.
Yep.
You talk about coming in and out of Canada and the US a lot. This is not a
Yep.
political question, but do you find it easy to get through
Yeah.
customs really fast? Because it seems like it's not a hassle to you.
It's nothing for me. I've got more problems going in Canada than going in the US.
Okay.
I got more questions when I come back to Canada. I don't know why.
Yeah, even though you sound like you're from there.
Oh yeah, because every time I go back, we take the French customs.
Right.
So we speak French with them. They know we're Quebecers. We know we speak French. Where are you from? We're in Montreal. Okay, and blah blah blah. And sometimes they even pull us out.
Wow, that's strange.
Yeah. But
Hello, Mark.
go inside the US, pretty easy.
Come on in.
And the last time we went to New York was the easiest one I ever done. He said the hi, asked me if it was my vehicle. He got distracted with his colleague and says, "Okay, you can go."
Okay.
It's okay if you have any guns or anything. It's okay. Just go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No
just say,
question,
"Is that your vehicle?" Blah 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 blah. You can go. Funniest thing ever.
And
Hi,
then
Mark.
Mark.
Now, do you know if us as U.S. citizens do we like? I know we had the passport thing, but I haven't learned a lot about our real ID. Can we use a real ID to get into Canada, or do we have to have a passport?
I think now you need to have your passport.
Okay.
The real ID is only for inside US. That's what I heard last time I was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, me, Jesse, and the girls are hopefully going to get our real IDs pretty soon because Jesse in March she wants to go down to Florida. We've been planning to try to go to Florida since the kids were little.
Right.
We want to go to SeaWorld, Disney, and then Animal Kingdom.
You better save some money, man. Disney World's insanely expensive.
I know,
Outrageous.
probably for a bottle of water, it's like $20.
Oh,
No,
it's
and you cannot bring your water.
I
It's
know.
so stupidly expensive.
Yep. They
Cool.
really want you to bleed you to death with every merchandise they can sell you.
Oh yeah.
I think it's funny, like you don't see too many people like putting pictures up at Disney World. But down in Florida, they're doing like they're just on the beach or somewhere that's actually cheap. You know.
I still
When
say
we
the
went down
best ride that went on Disney World was the ride home.
No.
Oh, love that ride.
Yeah.
I was like,
'Cause it's
we're finally
exhausting.
leaving.
Yeah. It's absolutely exhausting.
Oh, it
But-
was so exhausting.
I'm very lucky because I work for Comcast. Comcast actually owns the Universal, and one of the perks I get is I'll get like a day pass to Universal
Oh wow.
for like a family of four, so I can go one day with four people, and that's what we did last year when we went to go see Carolina's family in Florida. We were like, since we're going to be in Florida, let's burn a day at Universal, and it was pretty good. But like you're talking about, I couldn't wait for the ride home because I was toasted.
Yeah, we're doing that for our honeymoon next year. We're going to Universal.
Yeah, they've opened up a whole new couple sections of the park, so I want to go back too.
that's one of the attraction I wanted to go. Attraction park that I wanted to go was the Universal one.
It's pretty good. They've got a lot of different stuff. Disney, it's, straight up just Disney. I mean, they've got their little section of Marvel or whatever that they own or whatever, but
yeah, right now they've got Marvel and Star Wars, and I think another branch too.
yeah.
But Universal was more my kind of trip to go. I really love the Jaws team and Back to the Future too.
Oh yeah.
But I think they removed both of them.
I'm not 100%. I don't remember even seeing them when we were down there, but I liked they had a King Kong like ride type thing, or where you walk through or whatever, and I liked that. I've been a huge King Kong fan since I was a kid, so that was awesome to see.
I want to see the Harry
That's
Potter
a funny
thing.
story because me, Nick, and Christian Joker, before Tennessee, we were at the hotel by South Portland, and we watched King Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, Kong and Godzilla. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, the graphics on that was sick. Like,
It's good.
how they did that movie was amazing. I like that the little guy.
I'm a lot of
Kong.
I'm a lot older than you guys, but when I was younger and growing up, we had something called Creature Double Feature on Saturday mornings at like noon. And they usually played like 2 monster movies back to back. And so I remember watching Godzilla back then and King Kong and all these other crazy, silly, like B-movie types, but it was like the one exciting moment on Saturday, especially when you were growing up and you were too old for the cartoons. So you wanted to watch Toxic Avenger instead.
How old are you now?
Mark, I don't know where she is tonight. I think she's exhausted from her day.
I'm a whopping 51 years old.
Oh, nice.
Been around a minute.
Mine was honestly one of my favorite shows was Captain Planet back in the day.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's old. For us, it's old. It's even if I'm from Canada and the French part of it, I did see Captain Planets.
I just like when they had the rings and they're like, ooh, like this, and then they
Yeah,
put it
but
together
if-
and a guy
But if
comes
you
out.
look back to how it goes on YouTube, it really sucks.
Well,
I didn't remember that. It was really like poor quality video thing.
Oh, I remember.
well, it was just like back then when I was younger, when I was a little kid, it was really bad. But I mean,
I'm
it was good
probably
back
sure Donnie remembers that. Maybe you too, Nate. Captain Power.
Oh yeah. Oh, Captain Power. I don't know about Power.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
that
pretty
was a
sure
good
if you do a search on you're gonna see it, and you're gonna do like, oh, that day.
Right.
It only went for one season as real TV, like human cyborg thing, but there were also like animes of that thing.
I think I do remember it because it says Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. I remember that part at the end, Soldiers of the Future.
No, I don't think I was in that one.
No.
No.
Oh, and I know you're a geek for that kind of thing.
No, I watch like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, watch those two.
Oh, yeah.
And Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Cat dogs.
Transformers, G.I. Joes.
Doug.
Yeah, I watched those religiously. Like I literally could not watch cartoons though when I got home from school until my mother was done watching soap operas. Though we didn't have these phones. I mean, this is totally aging me, but we had to wait to watch TV to watch whatever program we wanted.
Oh
'cause-
yeah.
Yeah.
And we couldn't watch. And we couldn't watch if mom or dad says you can watch it.
Yep.
Yeah, wrestling was my thing back when I was younger.
Mine too. I grew out of it. I know nothing about it, but
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, back then it was
WWE.
WWE.
I've seen some good stuff live. I've seen I actually saw back when like Hulk Hogan would fight fought the Iron Sheik and won the belt. And I've seen Andre the Giant, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, all those old school WWF guys. I've seen them all live, and it was awesome. But I couldn't tell you anything about wrestling nowadays. I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I haven't watched them in like years.
The Giant had Andre the Giant had another name when he came to Quebec. Was damn, I forget the name, but he had another name when he came to Quebec, and I didn't meet him once. I was like 1 year old. I was in the arm of my dad, but I didn't meet him, and he took me in his hands.
Good Lord.
I don't have any picture of that. I wish I would.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Julie's here.
Salut, Julie.
MF.
Yeah,
No,
Corner Street.
One of the ones I used to watch for 2 hours when I was a teenager, not a little kid, was it was Jeff Gorwin and
For real?
Jeff
Yeah, it's the
Gorwin
animal
and
guy,
the
right?
Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah.
They came right after each other. It was 2 hours long, and I'm telling you, you couldn't get me off the couch unless it was a commercial.
Yeah. I remember that show. I do remember that.
The problem I had because when I was too young, I didn't learn to understand English well and speak it well too.
Yeah.
I had to watch it in French. So they had I don't you guys remember the Rougeau brothers?
No.
The Mountie?
The Mountie, yes.
Yeah, so his name is Raymond Rougeau. So Ray Rougeau. And he had a brother, the Fabulous Rougeaus. They were in WCW and WWE in the 80s, 90s. The brother, Raymond, went to do for about 10 years. It was the French commentator of WWE for all francophones over the world.
Wow.
He was the only French. Oh, who got mail? But yeah, he was the only French commentator for WWE for at least 10 years. So I did watch a lot of WWE. I love Doink. Doink was my favorite. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that guy. And for those who doesn't know, maybe the Enforcer. He was the funniest kind of guy. He came to the ring with a hockey attire.
Oh.
And the boots were made like they were skates. So he went to on the ring and dropped the gloves and fight. The guy was like short-lived, but the gimmick was like two shades. So funny.
They went through so many gimmicks in the 80s.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of stupid things too.
Oh yeah.
WCW was the worst for that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the WWF back then was pretty crazy when it comes to their characters.
Yeah. They did do the Grandmaster that went through the with the Stormtrooper hat.
Yeah.
Ain't that Stone Cold?
No.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Who?
The Stone Cold was something before.
Yeah,
He
he was
actually in WCW.
stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He was stunning Steve Austin, but he was something else.
And then he became the Ring Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Our weirdest shtick was someone like Brutus the Barber Beefcake or the Ultimate Warrior that would come out like he just like had 7 Red Bulls, you know.
You're just on crack.
And three lanes of cocaine too.
Yeah, and all of his veins are popping out everywhere. He was wired for sound, that guy.
He was like Beavis and fucking when he gets all that sugar, you know.
Yeah.
But even Macho Man, when he was doing his promo, was like, "Out of this league, it was the brother. Come on, I'm the cream of the crop. Let's go, guys."
Snap
He
them
was-
Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
They all had that shtick. I mean, even
Oh,
what's
yeah.
his name there? God, what's the woo guy? You know, like he's
Ric
always
Flair.
Ric Flair.
Flair.
Yeah,
He
some of the
did
stuff
had
was just over the top.
in the 2000. He had a woo standoff against a guy. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Both of them were. One was in the
that.
ring, and the other one was on the stage, and they were like woo, 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 and they didn't stop like for 10 minutes or something. It was more annoying than
I'm
anything.
gonna turn this down
It
real
was
fast.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Jay Lethal, and it was in TNA, and he
Yeah.
was doing the Woo thing because
Yeah.
Jay Lethal's gimmick was he was pretending to be like the Nature Boy.
Mhm.
He was
Mm.
doing the whole gimmick of that, but he was a black guy, and Nature Boy's white guy, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, white guy with blonde hair. Almost no more silver hair. But yeah,
My favorite was actually I love WCW because it had the Wolfpack. It had NWO, Hollywood, then it had the Wolfpack. And when I heard
Razor
that-
Ramon.
when I heard the Wolfpack come out, that howl, dude, I was like, I thought I had anxiety now. Oh my god, I was like jumping up on my freaking chair, going crazy, you know.
But those days were crazy. It was the war between WCW and WWE. Monday Night War. What was the other one? Was
ECW.
WCW Monday.
Monday
What?
Night Raw.
WCW, and then Monday
No,
Night.
but the name of the show on the Monday, because they
Nitro.
both had Nitro. Yeah, Nitro.
Nitro is
Oh,
WCW.
Nitro.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
WCW and Monday Night Raw was the WWE one.
Hey,
Yeah.
Colt. Hey, Colt, how's Devon doing?
Who?
How is Devon doing?
Oh man, I don't know.
Because he looks like Bubba Ray.
No, I don't have an attitude like Devon. I mean, Bubba Ray. If you ever seen that that show they have for the training, like I don't know if it's the show, but
Tough
he
enough?
seems like a jerk in front of the screen, you know.
Here's a fun fact. So you guys, like I said, I'm a cable guy. About 10 years ago, we moved to Nashville for a little while, and I brought the job with me. So I was doing cable down there, and I actually had a trouble call at the owner of TNA's house.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got to see like a lot of the poster stuff and promotional stuff he had around his house. But I wasn't into wrestling at the time, so I wasn't even looking good enough to even know what I was looking at. But yeah, I met him, and at that time, his wife. I don't know if they're still married or whatever, but yeah, that was one of the cool spots I got to go
Was
to.
it Jeff Jarrett?
I have no idea who it was.
Did he
Someone
have, like,
told me
blonde
afterwards. To be honest, like someone told me afterwards. One of the other techs I worked with, he was like, "Dude, do you know where you were today?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, you were at some wrestling guy's house, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the guy had paraphernalia all over the place." And they're like, "Yeah, he owns TNA." And I'm like, "Oh, I
It's
didn't
probably
know."
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It could have been him. It could have been the other one too.
Well, Dixie Carter owned part of it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But whoever this person was, all the techs that I worked with knew that I was going to his house that day for some reason.
Oh, it's like high school, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nate's going to this place. Let's wait till he gets back and surround him.
I guess the question is, did you fix their cable?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yep.
good. That's what matters.
Yeah.
You should have got
I
a
gotta
poster
watch
or
the
something.
program.
I fixed the owner of Gibson Guitar. He actually lives pretty close to this guy, so obviously there's a lot of money going around. But that guy had probably the most craziest cable system I'd ever seen. Even though he's got like only 5 boxes in his house, he's wired for 64 outlets, and he wants them all active all the time.
What the?
So yeah,
Wow.
so it was actually a pain in the rear end to get him set up, but he had a lot of cash, and his system was elaborate.
Did he give you a tip?
Nope.
Cheap bastard.
I never get
Here's for tickets.
people that have a lot of money. I never get tipped by. I always
Yeah,
get tipped by.
I know
tipped
that.
by
I used to work
working
for a
class
moving
people.
company.
But yeah, I did went. I don't know if you guys know Jeffrey Loria.
Mm.
In Montreal, he owned the Montreal Expos at the
Okay.
end of the Expos, and he's the bastard that bring them to the Florida.
Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I went. I work in fire protection. So
Okay.
one day we had to go to the old Molson house. Molson, that is the beer in Canada, yeah. So the house was built in 18 something, and
Okay.
the daughter of Jeffrey Luria bought that house and made a lot of changes inside. And we were the company that does the fire protection inside that thing.
Right.
And inside we went through memorabilias of the expos.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And
yeah, I was a fan of the Expos when I was a kid. I was obviously always like the Red Sox, but the Expos were my second team.
we did
I like
almost
their
won
little
something.
symbol.
We almost did won something, but they went to strikeout.
Yeah. They had a couple
Yeah.
good teams for a little while, but
Yeah.
Hold on, go Ottawa.
For
Wait a
what?
second.
yeah,
No.
for what?
I want the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup.
I wish they could.
They just won tonight 6-1 over
Oh, for
Dallas.
real?
Yep.
I would like the Panthers to win because I want Brad Marchand to win just to spite the Bruins because they got rid of him. So I
Yeah.
want him to win. I want him to win just so Boston's like, damn it. You know what I mean? We let that guy go.
Even if I don't like the guy.
Yeah, he's
Why?
a villain.
Yeah, but why was he exchanged to Florida?
I don't know.
Because him and
I
management
just-
probably didn't get along.
it's what people up here do. Like the whole Bruins system, they think they have a good thing going and they will break things into pieces, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Carolina's coming to say hi.
Hello, nice to
How
meet
you
you.
doing?
hello.
Hi.
How
I
you
was
doing?
wondering what the chair was for.
Good, thank you.
I thought a ghost was coming in. All of a sudden, the chair just showed up.
Yeah.
It could happen. There is one that lives here, but he doesn't move
Hold on,
chairs.
did you bring a ghost back to from Salem? You know?
Yeah.
Probably. We've
You
been
mean a witch
a witch, yeah.
back from Salem?
Red ghost, all of them.
No, but he caught one on camera too.
Yeah. I got another one right over there.
Where?
Remember the
Me.
Joker one? Him going, I'm a
Oh.
witch. She was riding the broom. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It was a rake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were a witch. You were a rake witch.
Yeah.
We couldn't
I
get a
did have
broom,
fun
so we
with
got the rake instead.
But talking about ghosts, are you guys? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I won't
I've
say I
seen them.
know that they exist, but I mean, I feel like I know the answer. Yes.
But I love the topic. I never had encounters. I never had
Right.
anything, but I love to talk about it.
Okay.
But if you guys got stories, I want to hear that.
I got one right here for you, man.
Go.
Okay, so I lived in Maryland when I was younger, right? And my grandfather, that's my dad's father,
Stevie.
he passed away from cancer, everything like that. And him and my cousin were the first people I ever seen in a casket before. And when I had this closet, we didn't have any doors on the closet, so it was just open. And at night, sometimes my grandfather would be right there watching me, and I would sit there and talk to him at night, just about stuff. It wasn't like he looked like what I remember him.
Right.
Everything. So my mom would be like, "Who you talking to?" I'm like, "Your dad." And then she finally had to tell me, like, he's in heaven. he passed away and all that stuff. And I was like, no, I've been talking to him for a while and everything. And then my grandmother was in the living room and she said, hey, Papa came to me, that was his name, came to me and talked to me, whispered something in my ear, and he went right in the Colt's room, right down the hallway. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
And how old is there?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I would say between 8 and 9. Everything. I was really close to him. He's actually the only family member I probably have seen that's actually passed away. So it's kind of like I felt blessed, but I felt safe.
Right.
I knew that he wasn't going to do any, like he wouldn't have anybody hurt me or anything like that. So
Nice.
But it was very hard for me to talk about that for the longest time because, of course, now it's like, oh my goodness, ghosts, spirits, anything like that is cool. Back then, people would put you in a freaking nut home, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
That's why I like Salem.
We have stuff that goes on in here. We don't know what it is or who it is, but you know, we actually think we might have her cat here. When we first moved in, like within the first year we moved in, her cat passed away. And she's buried on the property. But sometimes out of the corner of your eye, you'll see a tiny little black cat just like kind of running up the stairs or something.
Like on the corner of your eye.
Yeah, just peripheral. Like, you know what I mean? If you look directly at it, it's gone. But, you know, that's interesting. And when I worked at a really old store in Provincetown, Massachusetts once, and I was fixing their phone wiring because some mice had chewed it. And so I cut both ends so I could make a clean splice and stuff like that. And as I was leaning up, something poked me like right in the kidney in the back. And so I just kind of stopped for a second, looked around. There was literally nothing around me. I even tried debunking it. Like I moved my shirt a certain way to see if maybe my shirt had moved, but it was literally a poke. It wasn't like, you know, my shirt moved. It was a physical poke. Someone poked my body. And when I went upstairs and I said that, they were like, oh yeah, that's happens all the time. I'm like, what do you mean it happens all the time? And you didn't tell me before I went down in your basement, you know, just, hey, let me know that something might, you know, say hi.
Oh, one fierce cat, Tammy, hops on my bed and I can feel her foot tails. Oh.
That's what I'm afraid of with my cat Lucifer. He's like 12, 13 years old, and he's my world. And I know one day he'll pass away because he's getting up there. But I'm afraid I'm gonna see him so much when he does pass away.
Right.
And stuff like that. Joker knows how much.
Yeah, I know that because my girl, my cats is 18 years old.
18, wow.
Yeah. And I've got two other cats at 17 years old.
Holy moly.
Holy hell.
But the two cats are brothers and they're still like full of life and still running, still doing things. But the girl is you see she's got problem with her hips. She eats less, but she's still in good condition. But she's my old girl. I love her.
Yeah.
You know, Nate has you have a ghost in one of your videos.
I have a ghost. Yeah, there was a ghost actually. Yeah, I have a ghost in one of my shorts, Joker.
Yeah.
I'll have to
cool.
dig it up. I'll have to dig it up because so I said something like, "Oh, this must be something I don't."
Muffler, something like that, a piece of a car,
This
and
must be a
then
muffler or a piece of car.
there was a woman saying, "Yeah."
Yep.
Yeah, and you can hear it in the video. It's just so scary.
I never caught it when I did the full video. Like I edited it down. I never heard it because I wasn't listening with headphones. And then I got these things.
Yeah.
And I was making some shorts out of some old videos. And that's when I heard it. I was like, wait a minute. And I kept going back and forth and back and forth. I was slowing it down. I'm like, what could this be besides a voice?
He was all by himself.
It was nothing. It was somebody talking to me. Yep.
Which video
Trailer.
is it?
It's a short, so I would have to dig.
You would have to. There's like 20,000 shorts here.
Yeah,
There's one that
tons
says
of-
chunky. There's another one.
Yeah.
So I got many ghost stories. How much time have we got?
We still have an hour and 15 minutes if you want.
All right, here we go. We'll start when I was a kid. I was a teenager, and I was at my grandmother's house. We just moved in, and my great grandmother and grandfather actually built the house, and so I'm guessing their spirits are still there or whatever. But back then I was young. I didn't know anything. So we had one of these touch lamps that the only way to get it to turn on, you have to touch it. There's no other way to get it on.
Right.
And so I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden the lamp just turns on. And it has 3 settings. So I'm like, hey, that was weird. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm watching the TV again, goes on again. What the hell is going on? So I just like, what the hell? I'm gonna touch it so it shuts off. So I literally said, if there's anybody in here with me, touch the lamp. As soon as I said it, the lamp turned on.
Wow.
And I started asking questions, and every time I did, the lamp would like change this dimming, and it would do that every single time. It was so bizarre.
I don't know if that
I
would
did.
freak me out or not. That might freak me out.
It
I
happened
did
to
have
me.
one of those lamps. I did have one of
Yeah.
those lamps, and they were flicking off for no reason.
Mhm.
It
And
happened to me.
unplugged.
Yeah.
I have to find it later. I can't find it on my phone. I can find it easier on my laptop.
When
Yeah,
I
sure.
You just
was
have to show me, Nate.
when I
Yeah,
was
I-
younger, I used to be able to see ghosts.
Hmm.
I don't know how or why, but I would be anywhere and I'd be able to actually see somebody. I look gone. So when I was younger, that happened to me a lot, but it hasn't happened to me in a long time. So
We
But
had this
I-
one.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
A story here on when I was a kid here on the Cape. My friend's family owned this really old captain's house, and it had a widow's peak because it's right on the river. And the widow's walks would be used for, fishermen. The women would go up and wait for their husbands to come home, and they would go up there and look down the river and see if they were coming. Well, Mary's husband, the woman who lived at this house, never came back. And so when she passed, she stayed in the house going up to that widow's walk. And everybody, when we were all kids, anybody that would go over this friend's house, different things would happen when Mary would be in the room. Like the first time I was ever experienced her, other people were feeling whatever they were. And all of a sudden, like my nose just opened up. And it was almost like I just started, there was no blood. It was just snot. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden my nose would just drain itself whenever she would come in the room. And I had to stop going over his house after a while.
huh.
That's interesting. A ghost of a gnome.
That's crazy.
Maybe that ghost did drugs.
Maybe it was a leprechaun.
Maybe.
He was looking for a pot of gold.
Yeah.
In
Please
the
be
nose.
put of gold. You look at you little bastards.
But
Usually
yeah,
the-
Hi, Madtown.
The spirits
hey
of
Anita, how you doing?
Tell Anita to
Yeah.
come up.
Anita.
Yeah, Anita, go in the family chat and take the link.
Where's
no,
but
it's
if-
the spirits of animals or plants.
plants?
Yeah. They call elementals.
Elementals, yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
But
Yeah.
for those who see people in the corner of the eye, I think they call them shadow people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know there's a term about that. I don't remember if it's really shadow people or something like that. But yeah, if you see something in the corner of your eye, but as soon as you turn, there's nothing there.
right.
But you see
Okay.
movement, you see everything. They call, I think it's called that.
Yeah. Well, we see Mocha. That was her cat. And so we see Mocha around the house.
I have a mocha dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a Mocha cat.
Hi, Mark.
Eh.
So I have a question for Nate. Nate's what is it? Nate's wife?
Not yet, but close enough. Yes.
Okay. So,
We're living together for 5 years now.
Yeah. We've been living in this house for 5 years now. Yeah.
so where you're from, they must be having like some crazy spirit myths and everything like that, right?
Yeah, but you know, the funny part is that all the experience that I had, most of them has been here in the Cape.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, when I
What happened?
See, he just got scared.
everybody okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. The cat just tried to jump on my arm.
See, it's the evil spirit of the cat right there.
You okay, Dad?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well,
I just
I
like
guess you already,
claws in my shoulder.
you already met Talia, my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, my.
her dad. We used to be married for over 10 years. He passed away a couple of years ago. In that house where we used to live, there were so many things happening in that house.
Mm.
It was so crazy. I have an older daughter who lives in Florida, and she in her room, she used to study cosmetology in the tech, and she had a hair dryer.
Mhm.
And one day I hear her hair dryer just going all by itself in her room.
Wow.
I went and shut it off. I came back to the living room and I hear it again. I went and shut it off, and then I just take it out of the electrical.
Took it out of
Because
the
it was-
wall.
Yeah, but
Wow.
her room was just so scary, and
There was a lot of energy in that house.
that the heat in that room, even though we tried to
Night.
fix it, it never really worked. So it was always very cold. And that room was very dark, even though it has 2 big windows. That room was very, very scary.
Hi, Talca.
I'm going to explain that to you guys real quickly, though. Talca is from Chile, as you all know. When he's
Yep.
saying good night, he's actually saying like good evening.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's not telling us bye.
no. For me, I do understand because
Hola, Luis.
in French we do say good, like translated as good night
Right.
to good evening.
Yeah.
So
Good
in
afternoon,
French
good
it's
evening,
bonsoir,
Mhm.
but bonsoir, bon means good and soir night.
Okay.
I just say good night, good evening,
Good night.
good morning, or whatever. You know. That's cool.
Yeah, and in Spanish is buenas noches,
Yeah, which is just good night.
and then buenas noches.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
one of the places I always wanted to go if I did start like a ghost of like kind of ghost YouTube channel would be was it Hawaii?
Hawaii. Yeah, I'd love to go to Hawaii.
One of the things I would always want to do is do this what are they called? The marches. You ever heard of those?
Marches.
The marches. They used to go out and like they would be
Oh,
Like
marshes. Yeah.
there was like this little place and they would stay right there and night marches. But that would be
Gotcha.
really cool to go
Good
see that.
plan.
Like deal with that kind of stuff.
My mom was from Louisiana, or that's where she was born, and she
Okay.
used to talk about how interesting of a place that was. You know, because there was just tons of. She grew up outside of New Orleans, and so there was just a lot of weird stuff that happened in New Orleans. All sorts of different cultures descended on there. There were a bunch of different religions that mixed and matched, and witchcraft and voodoo, and it's a weird place, New Orleans.
One of my favorite creatures of myth is in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The Rougarou.
The
Never heard
Rougarou.
of
The
Maybe
Rougarou.
it's an 80.
It's like a werewolf.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like the werewolf of the New Orleans.
Gotcha.
You get bit by one. Supposedly, if you get by one, you turn into one, and that other person that bit you will lose their curse, and they go back to being a regular person. So
That's a really
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, but you
And
want to
then
hear
after that, the
a crazy,
vampires have named on ghosts.
a crazy story, a real one, scary.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so my grandmother used to live in the countryside,
Okay.
and she was she was a strong believer to a saint that is called San Gregory. Okay.
Oh yeah, wait for this story. This one will bug you out.
So when you are in the countryside at night, it's completely dark. Like you don't see anything, nothing. My grandparents used to have animals, and they had they have all kind of crops and all kind of plants. But my grandmother, she never liked to go to the doctor. She do not believe in doctors. All she did was she prayed to San Gregory. Bless you. He shows up in her dreams, and he told her what to do. So many times he told her, like, you have to set up a table with some alcohol or some gas or some kind of stuff. So she did it, and then the next morning everything was moved and she was feeling better. According to her, he was doing surgery on her.
Yeah, she would leave out all the supplies. Wake up in the morning, all the supplies were moved, and she felt better.
Wow.
I lived in a house that things would like move and disappear and be like, where the hell did it go?
Well, before I continue, Luis wanted me to tell you that she loved the videos, and he says hi and big hug to everybody from Chile. And he want to say congratulations for the magnet fishing.
Gracias, Taka.
Is that the person that's right there that's speaking? Is it Spanish?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Luis is from Chile. Yeah.
That is great. You gotta see his videos.
We did one a long time ago with him where she did like live translation for us because he doesn't speak English and I don't speak Spanish. So there wasn't any way for him and I to communicate. So she was our liaison, you know?
Yeah.
I do understand the burden.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that's me, Joker, and Julie.
Because Julie doesn't speak almost anything in English, and listening to English, sometimes she's got problem to understand what people are saying. Right. So I have to do translation in both ways. So after 2-3 days, I got problems. I speak English to her and speak French to the other persons.
Right.
That happened to me.
It happens to her all the time. Yeah. She'll just look at me and start speaking Spanish, and I'm like,
yeah, I kind of, my cables get crossed.
She gets into an argument, just starts speaking Spanish. You're like, I don't know what you said.
No, did your daughter speak Spanish too?
No.
She understands a lot. She understands pretty much everything I said, but she doesn't speak it. Yeah. And finishing with the story about my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go.
So one night, we used to spend summers with my grandparents. And one night I was sleeping very close to her because she has like this huge room. And you can hear, like, that night, San Gregory was going to do surgery on her.
Hi.
Hi, Tatiana.
Oh man, you give me the chills, woman. Goodness, go to bed. Go to bed. Sleep. Oh goodness. Talk about ghosts, man. Tatiana's like a ghost.
She just comes creeping up on you.
Well, I knew it, but then she put her hair right there, and then she gets this cold freaking. Gives me the cold chills, man. I'm like, ugh.
So that night we were in my grandparents' farm, and the San Gregory was coming to do surgery on her. And you can hear it was a thunderstorm. You can see like the lightning. Everything was dark, but you can see the lightning going on. You can see the pigs going on, the screaming. They have this weird sound that they make. They sound like
screaming
kids.
Pigs, yeah.
And then you hear the dogs, but the dogs, they were no barking. They were going, oh, the dogs. They were howling.
Oh, they were more wolves.
Yeah.
They were making that noise. And my mom, I remember my mom used to say, like, oh, that's not a good spirit. If they're making that noise, that's not right.
The next morning,
Yeah.
There's a kind of dog, wild dogs that does like scream like a wolf. Are they
Well,
coyotes? I think.
Maybe our coyotes sound like those. Yeah.
but they were dogs. Like they have a lot of dogs outside the house,
Mhm.
Okay.
but they were normal dogs, and they start
Guys.
making that noise.
It's okay. It's just my ex-wife. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're hearing.
I don't have
And
an ex-wife, so I can't say that.
So the next morning, all the table, everything was used. There was, like somebody opened the bottles and used the alcohol or the cotton and everything.
Yeah.
So years goes by, and my grandmother died of diabetes. The thing is that she never wanted to go to the doctor, but she got really sick. She got hurt in one of her foot. And she kept praying for St. Gregory, and he didn't show up.
Never came back.
He never came back. He didn't show up. So they have to take her to the hospital. They have to amputate her leg. And she was already very sick, very confused. She ended up passing because of that. But the thing is that she keeps saying that she kept praying for him, but he stopped showing up.
Because maybe he knew she was too sick to be fixed.
Well, she started praying out when she wasn't feeling well. When she starts, and all her kids were like, "You have to go to the doctor. You have to go to the." She just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe it was her time.
Point is, go see the doctor.
I do remember a story that my mother told me. She was going to sleep at one point, and her mother died at the hospital at that moment. And she dreamed of talking to her about something, and that her mother just told her it's a goodbye in the dream. Will be the last time we talk.
Wow.
That's a story that she told me like 5-10 years ago.
Wow. I had a weird encounter one time. It was 2 years after my mom passed away, and I was in the bathroom doing my business, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just hear my mom's voice just say, "Donnie," and of course, I'm just like, "What?"
She said, "Donnie, you got mail."
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's what she said. So she's like, "Hey, you got mail." Then I was like, "What?" Because it's just a normal reaction. Like, what? I'm like,
Right.
wait a minute. There's nobody in this house. I was just by myself. It was so weird. And I was like, okay.
That'd be so weird if, like, a spirit just said, "Hey, Donnie, you got mail," and that would be like, like, that is so weird. Like,
But there's also cryptids. I don't know if you're familiar with that, cryptids.
Yeah. Mimics. What you're talking about. There are also things like that are mimics.
Yeah, mimics. Those mimics are more how you call that? It's the I don't want to say the Aboriginal. They got the I just got Wichita in the head, but it's not that. The damn it,
The indigenous to like this country and stuff like that. The
Wendigo.
The Wendigo. Yeah.
The Wendigo is a
Shapeshifter.
mimic. Is a shapeshifter. Is a mimic. He do mimic people's voices.
Yep.
And also the appearance, so he can enter homes. It could be a dog, could be a human, could be anything.
Yeah. No, thank you.
that's
Yeah.
like, back in the days, I always heard this was when like 1800s, 1900s, when people had owls outside.
Yeah.
The owl would go hoo hoo like that, and people would like freak out because they always thought that this person was like evil spirit was around the house.
Oh, the fact that the owls were screaming, they think that they were surrounded by ghosts and things like that.
No.
Yeah. But
He's
I
right.
What's
Yeah.
your
remember
favorite? What's your
we-
favorite?
my
out of
favorite
all of
one.
them?
For me, it's the werewolf.
The werewolf. What's
Yeah,
up?
we had several werewolves in Quebec. In the province of Quebec, we got several werewolves, and they were all in the northern regions. They were like expected. They were all in small village where lumberjacks were.
Interesting.
But there were several cases of real werewolves. let's say it like that, real werewolves. And we got a ghost.
Oh yeah, there we go, James.
And we got another ghost.
Guys,
Yeah,
Come here, you. Come here.
everybody.
Hi, Brian.
And
Hey,
come
what's
here. I'm gonna.
Just missed Talia.
Leave and get 2 more people.
Oh, well, it's 3 more often.
We'll
How's
talk
everyone
about
being?
it when James shows
Oh,
up.
James.
What's going on? What's going
James
on,
James
everyone?
got a lot of ghost stories.
I need to show you this new member of our family.
Oh,
Brian?
Ooh, doggy.
Brian.
This is Doggy.
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 This is their new doggy Fezzik.
Oh.
how long have you had him?
Isn't he adorable?
He's adorable.
Yeah.
He is adorable.
How long have you had him, Anita?
He's some kind of greyhound mix or something. We have to do his DNA test, but he is so adorable, I tell you.
What are you doing?
We have a new puppy too, or he's not really a puppy. He's 7 years old, but we have a new dog. We just
Yeah, he's
rescued him.
between 2 and 3. This dog. He
Gotcha.
comes from Alabama.
Alabama. You know,
He's
that's
from
where a lot
Alabama.
of
He's
rescue
from the
animals come
streets.
from.
Like
Streets of
he's
Alabama?
from the streets. They found him wandering the streets.
I just pissed off.
Oh, if he's from Birmingham, that's a rough place. I've been to Birmingham,
I don't know
Alabama.
where he's
I don't want to go back.
from. He was found in Alabama somewhere.
I went to Alabama last year.
I know. Like I
did.
wonder when he was there.
Me, Joker, and Nita went to
Oh,
Alabama.
boy.
It was so weird, you know?
James was there
Do some
too.
tricks and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
Shot my first pew-pews over there in Alabama, right? I believe we did.
Yeah.
Dada
We went to the gun range.
baby.
Pew-pew
But that
range.
pattern that he has on
Don't wanna
him
get
is
you
a
in trouble.
brindle pattern. And it's just pretty. He's so gorgeous.
Hmm.
He
Okay,
is very,
so-
very fast.
Is he actually leaving now? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Luis,
fast.
Luis is
Hey,
saying
Mark
that he's
Gagnani.
It's winter in Chile, and he
It's
needs
winter
to,
in
and
Chile.
it's raining very
Come
hard,
on.
and he needs to go and go and get his son.
Oh,
And he
good
says
luck.
that good night to everybody, and just keep searching for treasures with the magnet fishing. Something like
Muchos brazos.
Thank you.
Talca. Besos.
All right.
Thank you for coming, Talca.
I just remember after we went magnet fishing, we went to the chicken place.
I love that.
We went to the chicken place. Then right next to the chicken place, there was a dot store. And right across from the chicken place on the other side was the pawn shop. So,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Sounds right.
So you get something to eat, maybe do whatever, and then go to the pawn shop.
We gotta go to the pawn shop first, get
You
money,
were-
then go to the place.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's how you buy the chicken.
You met Connie at in Nashville.
Oh my goodness, that was
So
fun.
I want to
James
show you
walked
what
in,
Brian
it was like
got
a kids in
me.
a candy store.
Are you ready? You want to see what Brian got me?
A piano?
Well,
Oh,
A
Coins.
mouse.
man,
Good.
I'm all for it.
Oh,
So it's gonna be the quarters challenge tonight.
I'm so excited.
She's going to the strip joint with the rolls of quarters.
You guys
I'm
doing
trying
that?
to
Ming's looking for
I'm trying to
silver.
finish my quarters collection, but it's difficult because some of them are really hard to find.
Have you done that before, Roland? Like, have you done that before, Anita?
Rolling them myself?
No, taking them all apart and searching through them.
That's what
Okay.
I've been doing.
Gotcha.
And yeah, he had a big bill, so he decided to go to the bank for me and get some quarters.
I wasn't going to use the big bill on anything else, and I can use the quarters for the vending machine at work. So whatever she doesn't find.
Yeah, so like you said, like sodas are like 25 cents or something at his work. I'm like, nice, right?
That's a cheap vending machine.
Yeah, it is, but they're, I mean, they just want to make sure that their employees are hydrated.
Caffeinated.
Hydrated.
Caffeinated. It's the same.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you. I've been doing. So this is my most recent collection here. This is the women's quarters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Talia would love to see that.
Yeah. These are the shiniest of the quarters.
Those are cool.
And yeah, ooh, shiny. So those ones are, I have
Talia, come downstairs.
not very many of
Yes, it
those
is.
because
gotta watch
I just started collecting those. But then I've got these ones. These are the national park quarters.
Wow. Oh, kitty.
You're not missing too
Almost
many.
a full set.
I know. I only have a few more to get for the national park quarters.
Huh?
And then my other one is the state quarters, which is really heavy. It's like super
Yeah.
heavy because I've got
All the state quarters.
all
Yeah.
the state quarters.
That's cool. And she has
Look at that.
You have
money
the-
in
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
It looks
that's
like a championship belt.
Yeah.
So the hardest ones to get are these ones over here.
which
And
are which ones?
those are like the island quarters
Hmm.
and the territories like Puerto Rico and Guam and
Oh, wow.
American Samoa, all those ones, like those are really hard to get.
Wow.
And when I was at work the other day, I found Hawaii in the drawer. So I was like, can I have this? They were like, yeah, fine. Yeah.
I used to collect them. Like I don't give up.
I don't know.
If I do found some in Canada, I will send it back to you.
Yeah, I have a Canadian one. I have
I didn't know Canadian coins
I'll be
were
right
actually
back.
magnetic.
Yeah, we love to stick to people.
Get on there.
Canadian small cents right
There you go.
here.
Those wet fruits, no, those wet
Yeah, we went magnet fishing. We caught a Canadian coin. Like, oh my god! I didn't know it was magnetic.
I think James got like 100 or more Canadian
I got
coins.
quite a few, but like there's
Yeah,
plenty
$1,
more to
$2
get.
one.
And so I still have to work on my Canadian cents.
We just have to go to.
Well, magnet fishing in
But
Canada.
I
you'll
got the
find
Mercury
one-
dimes here. I got the Lincoln wheat pennies. I got so many. I got so many different things, folders to like fill up. It's amazing.
Mark is asking, when is the magnet fishing championship belt competition? It's
Oh
supposed to
goodness
be
gracious! I didn't know there was one.
yeah, it's the tossing, the magnet toss.
Oh, like we already did that one year.
Yeah, they want to do Connie
Going
just
to
said
do
it.
another one.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Des Moines.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aoya. Sorry.
Not Des Moines.
Damn.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Slipknot is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jared from Harrow Magnet Fishing.
Arrow.
Flying Arrow. Yeah.
Flying Arrow, yeah.
Flying arrow.
He did the 4 belts this year. So
Oh
there's
my
a complete.
gosh.
Yeah,
Really?
so there's a competition for kids, women, seniors, and men.
I'm taking the senior one.
You're not that old.
They don't do seniors. Have a good night.
Yeah.
The seniors one is seated.
I would crush the seniors one.
Yeah, but you're gonna be seated.
The little glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to sit down for that?
Yeah, George Robinson did that last time in Tennessee. They were like several to try it. They were sit down on some kind of wheelchair. I don't remember what's the type of.
Yeah, he's got a chair that now.
Yeah, and they tried to throw from that thing.
That's like, you are so sweet. I love you.
But yeah, well, it was a good tossing competition. I don't think this year I will made it. That's the only problem. I don't have the money.
They're really cool.
But James has to defend that belt.
I want to plan on it. We also have our daughters going to college for the first time ever at that time. So it's like,
Which one are you talking to, the dog or Brian?
Dog. Look at that sweet dog.
I like the color.
So you've got your tickets, right, James? You said you were going to the ghost show.
I want to, yeah. I believe it or not, you can still get them. There's still some seats available, yeah.
Yeah, Carolina's jokingly said that she would, she's looked at the ticket prices and what she paid and what she could sell them for now, and they're literally double because the show here is sold out. But yeah, she could double her money if she got rid of them, but we don't want to give up the tickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can find them for like 100
if
a
we're gonna go on any
You'll be
more
up,
big
but-
trips this year because we already went on a really long trip to Boston and Salem, and that was a really long drive for us.
Yeah,
I bet.
It was very good. It was very fun, and we had a really good time. We got completely drenched. You all know that, but it was still fun, and it was worth it. But yeah, it was a long way for us, and so it was more expensive, probably than for a lot of other people. It was $80 in tolls alone, one way, one way, and then back. So it's $160 in tolls.
But Nate, are you going to the to Des Moines?
I don't think so. A lot of trips that I had planned are kind of out for this year because things have come up. Yeah. There's just a lot of things that I can't get away from. If anybody comes and they're local, I'm happy to meet up with people, or I'll drive a few hours, but anything beyond a 4 or 5 hour drive.
It's a long drive. Yeah.
So New York is out of the question.
No, New York's not out of the question. That's a 4 or 5 hour drive.
He's close to New York.
Because I know James wants to magnet fish with you guys in New York.
I'd love to go down to New York one of these days.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we have Mischief coming down.
Yeah.
I told you. I said Barbie and James now need to come to Wisconsin. I told you that.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to come.
Yeah.
I think
You'll see. It's pretty cool. I went like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, almost.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago for the
second event.
No wait, the second one was like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. So
oh my God, was that 3 years ago? Maybe.
I was supposed to be in the first. Colt went to the first one. I went to the second one in
Tennessee.
Beloit. Yeah, in Beloit.
Yes.
And after that was Tennessee.
Yep.
Right.
So
we
I'm
did
2 out of 3.
We did Beloit and Tennessee.
Yeah.
With you. And then we just did the current one with you. But I think you were just not at Milwaukee was the
Yeah.
first.
No, I was supposed to be in Milwaukee. The problem was
The
the night I
weather
was
went bad, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's what
My
happened.
first flight was to go to Newark, New Jersey, and there were a mega thunderstorm at around that area.
Yeah, it was just a weird,
Weird coincidence.
a weird bad thing.
Yeah, so I
got my
couldn't
Ficus
go
and toe
there.
shirt on though.
What?
I got my Ficus and toe shirt on.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a black shirt on.
Did they make that
I
shiny?
have one that says Colt right here. Oh, it's over here. I got it specially made in South Carolina, and it has
Sweet.
all my channels on it.
Ah, cool.
I
But
have
Nate-
to say my favorite trip, and I mean,
Yeah,
I
go.
like all of them. I think my Boston trip was the best one
Boston.
to me.
Boston.
To me, it was because I didn't have to fly. I didn't have to get a rental car. I didn't have to do that. I saved money, and then like hanging out with you guys was always fun, you know.
Yeah, I'm not flying anywhere. I will drive wherever the hell we need to go.
Me, I want to go to Florida.
Florida's
That's what
fun.
we actually plan on doing in March with the kids.
I was trying to
Well,
fix
Florida,
the
Mark.
amount of light on my face, and it's just that's no better. I don't know how to fix that.
But Nate, do you have like other channels you would like to magnet fish with? That
Move your camera.
I magnet fish with anybody. I love just magnet fishing, meeting new people, which is like the strangest thing in the world because, you know, this is no offense to anybody, but I'm generally not a people person. And so for me to
Oh yes, you are.
be this outgoing and be like, I want to magnet fish with everybody. It's like, am I even the same person? But yeah, I want to magnet fish with everybody.
That was so fun.
Yep.
Seeing you and meeting you.
Yeah, and then
I
in
feel
Florida,
the
I met
same
a bunch
way,
of people
Nate.
too. I met God, like one of the first people I started watching magnet fishing was Nick, you know, and Magnet Junkie, and I got to magnet fish with him down in Florida, and it was kind of weird. It was like
I
used
really
to watch
wish
you on
that I
YouTube.
would have been able to do that when we went to Florida. We had a Florida trip and we stayed with
Yeah.
Swampy, and I
Yeah.
really wanted to get together with him, Magnet Junkie, and it just
Mark.
Very
didn't have
down to earth.
time.
you did meet up with Mark too at the same moment with Nick.
No, I missed Mark. He was away doing
missed Mark?
I think a storm or something like that because he does
I
that
was
insurance.
lucky. I was lucky to meet Mark.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
Mark's fun.
him and Uncle Chris, like they were together at the same time.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Uncle Chris, that's never there.
Uncle Chris
Always
is
on the
never
road
there,
trip.
but we got together with him, and we wound up on the newspaper. It was weird.
Well, that's awesome.
It was awesome, but we were not expecting it.
Nice.
It was like in the middle of the week, and Swampy was like, "Okay, you don't mind being like on the news with this guy, do you?" And I'm like, and we're like, okay, I guess not.
But Nate, you started your magnet fishing in 2021, I think.
No, 2023.
2023. Oh, I thought your channel was older than that.
No, we just started. I think I launched the page in like the end of August of 2023. Yeah, we're just coming up on 2 years. At the end of this summer will be 2 years.
Nice.
My feet are hot.
Why is Kalina wearing only one sock?
I've decided that I want to turn this whole YouTube thing into my main hustle. I'm turning my job into my side hustle and turning this into my main hustle.
I know we would
your
all
job.
love to do that, but like it's just not possible.
Yeah, you need to be out there every day. It's crazy.
So
I know.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really tough.
What's your job that you do?
I'm a cable guy. I have to be, you know,
Larry?
I'm there 8 to 5 every day.
Larry.
Yep, I am the literal
Wow.
cable guy.
Like installations? Like, what company? Time Warner?
Yeah, I work more for like our business class division, like it is basically
Commercial.
just cable, but I do help people out with some of like their basic networking stuff and
Cool.
know enough and just enough to be dangerous on that end, but it's basically just cable.
Nice.
So
I was thinking Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was talking about that's what I
Cable guy.
yeah. I have the movie because I have to have it. You know what I mean? I don't watch it, but
It
I
would
have
just
it.
be weird if you didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
really
no, I
love
would
that
love to.
movie.
It's a hard thing to do, like, but if you, as you all know, everybody here, diversifying on YouTube is what really helps out. So when you feel like you don't have a lot of time, you've actually got a lot of content in your long form videos. Chop the heck out of everything. You know what I mean? Like
That's what
recycle,
everybody keeps saying.
upcycle. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you do with it. Just be constant. Of course, obviously make sure it's all right. You don't want to be putting out, you catch a tack on your magnet. You're not that's not your short, but
I don't know, man.
You can be creative with that one.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. We found a
Yeah, I did do something the military tie, just like a tie for bread.
Bread tie, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess you
so
can do
I
it.
got that, and look, it's a secret military grade type of tie, and the little guy was just beside me. Was like, "Oh, for real? No, it's just a
for
tie.
real?
Right.
Just made
Absolutely,
it. Just made
man.
shirt with that."
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
caught a
I just
regular
love doing
goal.
it. So
Like
eventually it will be my
10,000
job.
views.
Yeah.
You should say, I got the military tie. This came from a UFO. See how many people get on that one,
But we did see the little guy again, James, when we came back.
Be right back.
The what?
The little guy that follows us. I think.
Oh, in Sheepshead Bay?
Yeah.
He wasn't
grew
little
up.
anymore. He was older. Yeah. 1 year and a half or whatever that was.
Yeah, he
A year
grew up
older.
and bigger, a lot bigger.
Yeah.
I think he was taller than you.
Oh, somebody's got a fidget
Crazy.
spinner.
So
I got one of those right next to
2016
my bed, along with my slinky.
And it's the snatch. What is that called? The finch
Snitch.
from
It's fidget
the
spinner.
snatch.
Snitch.
I think the snatch is a little different than that.
Oh, it looks like it's differently shaped.
Looks like the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a snitch.
But Nate, we got a question from Mark that wants to know your magnet fishing greatest hits.
Greatest hits? What do you mean?
Uh,
Greatest finds? Like stuff that we
yeah,
found?
finds.
Yeah.
I don't know. Today was kind of cool. Like I said, Colin, we went back to a bridge where I found our first explosive. We found in Waltham last year. So we decided, when we had done that, we stopped magnet fishing for the day. So we never hit the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, to the rest of the guys, my 17-year-old Talia and I all went up there today, and just watching him have a lot
Here
of
you
his.
go to the potty.
Yes. He got, like I said, he had his first gun, the shopping cart, all this. I forgot to mention. I didn't remember that first that he had. We found
Down,
Falcon
please.
Meter, 1960. It was super old. There was even a guy there that remembered when they were around that bridge, and he dated them to the 60s.
Give him his shoe.
It was super cool, and they're in decent shape. I'm going to clean them up and do something with it.
Nice.
But
Like
that
the
was a
coin part, the coin section.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yep.
No coins, obviously.
no
That's
coins
pretty
in it. It
cool.
looks like they busted it open, and then they tried to like stuff the lid back in because the lid was just kind of wedged in it. But
Nice.
it's in really decent shape because it's only been sitting in fresh water. So
Okay.
I think I can make it look cool,
You know, that's weird, Joker. I was getting some comments on those things that we found in the bag, and we thought they were light posts. Someone said they're meters.
No, they
And
weren't
were
meters.
back in the day there.
No, they weren't
No?
meters.
What thing were you
Yeah,
talking
'cause there's
about?
no keyhole in the middle, right?
Exactly. There were no keyhole, nothing to get money from the back. Maybe if they were like two pieces,
Good job.
Yeah.
maybe.
Hmm.
But They were too weird to be meters.
I know, Connie. I was referring to the parking meter being old.
Back in my day, we used to do that.
But I was
In
born
my
in
day,
70s.
we didn't put quarters. We put 5 cents, and it was enough for 2 hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, it's crazy. My 2 favorite finds ever
Lock?
actually happened
Oh,
to
look
be
at that little kitty.
with Joker.
Yeah, I did found a lot of parking meters. I've got a double one. No, I found 2 double ones. One that I still can't open. I need to open that wasn't open. Maybe there's still coins inside. I got 2 standalone parking meters and 1 digital.
Right. It's cool. It was our
Joker,
first.
what's my 2 favorite finds, by the way? That's with you of all time.
The river finds?
No, my 2 favorite
Oh,
finds
yeah.
happen to be with you. What are they?
There's a table
Well, that's still in
and
my purse. Come to think of that, that
The
sticker is
table.
still in my
The
purse.
table
Yeah.
is probably one of my favorites.
Mischief one.
Your sticker is still in my truck.
and the other one, it was the
Our stickers?
electric scooter.
The bottle.
Yes, the bottle. I forgot about that.
The bottle and the table are my favorites.
Yeah.
No. The electric
Bottle?
scooter was pretty cool last year.
Yeah, he found a 1915 or 1916 Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
I
It was
love
magnetic?
the
No,
scooter that-
the chunk that was cut on it was
I got a
magnetic.
picture of it.
I love the
Gotcha.
scooter that Brian actually found while we were there with you guys.
The little old ride one.
The little old baby
Yeah.
one.
It's a good
It
one.
was so tiny.
Yeah, it
I
was a
see.
three wheels, I think.
Come here.
No, the one
Anita.
No, he found a 2-wheeled one that
Right,
was
it was a 2-wheel.
like a baby thing, but you could still
Oh.
ride it.
I was riding it around.
Yeah. Ooh, the baby.
It took some work
Gu-
to get the wheels.
Guys, I don't mean to dip out on you guys early, but
That's okay.
I'm actually going to take off for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta-
okay.
just gotta show you
Really,
this
really,
picture
really
real quick.
appreciate you guys inviting me on here.
And thank you, Nate.
Awesome
Nate.
to see you guys all again.
That's the bottle.
Okay.
Just wait a second. I'm
That
gonna
looked-
show
did
it
not look
bigger.
like a ball at first.
Yeah, it looks.
Oh, so it was like actually like encrusted with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep it like that.
It
Wow.
says Portland, Maine on it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very, very cool.
But thank you, Nate,
Awesome.
for coming on the live.
Thank you, Nate.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Talk to you guys all soon.
Quarters.
Adios, everybody.
Have a good night, man.
Let's see if I can find that other find for us.
And we've got Nick.
Hey,
Nick came in.
Nick the cook.
Hello, Nick.
Nick the
Mr.
chef.
doing?
Cook.
What's your cooking tonight, Nick?
I made sloppy joes,
Ooh.
Hi, Julie.
I'm coming over.
Yeah.
but I made them into like sloppy joe pockets.
Oh, nice.
Pockets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That
I
would
don't
be
know.
interesting.
So do you need to fry them?
No, I bake them.
Bacon, okay.
Bacon.
I just get like the buttermilk biscuits from like Hannaford and roll them out and then stuff it with.
Brian made me bacon for breakfast. That extra crispy kind of bacon. That's the best.
Oh, you eat some Canadian bacon.
I got some. I just bought some.
No, he made me the bacon that is just strips of bacon and then you cook it until it's like fall apart in your hand kind of bacon.
Where's that car?
I love that. It's so good.
Nick, do you make your own pizza dough?
Yeah, I've made it before, yeah.
I do the same. I do my own pizza
Right.
dough.
There you go, big man.
Yeah.
That's the
Selena
that's,
went,
that's my favorite
no.
right there.
Yeah,
it
it
was a
was after
burden to get out of the water.
Just the way Sarah.
That was insane. How many people did it take to pull that damn thing up?
We were
That was a big
5,
picnic table.
6 or 5.
I haven't doing a lot
Something
of
like that.
Oh, and
Well, Nick was there helping us.
At the first in Beloit.
And we have Mark commentating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark just was not interested in any of the helping out. He was just getting film of everyone.
Yeah.
He's
like, I gotta get this. I gotta get that.
He's like,
and he was just, getting all of the angles, and he was so funny. I think
it was like 6 or 7 of us.
So
it
Kalina
was a
and
lot
I
of
went.
you. It took a lot of you to get that out of the water.
Yeah, I think Benny was there.
Yep.
One of the friends of Black Dog, I think, was there too.
Bob, was it Robert? The one that was
Something like that, yeah.
big guy was there. Nick was there. It was funny because like we got that picnic table, and after we went to the other place, Elijah and Jeff got another picnic table on the other side.
That
It
was
the same
crazy.
one, but
I just can't believe that.
they got it and they're like, oh, we don't have anybody to help us, and they went a boat. So
You know, it's funny. My cousin lives in Beaver Dam with.
And you didn't see it. You didn't ask to see him.
No, she moved there after I was there.
That was still
But
one
we
of my
did
favorite
go
spots.
there.
Too.
We did go there to go fishing.
Yeah.
So
you know
me
where
and
the water tower was? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go. Go, Donnie. Go, Donnie. Go, Donnie.
I'm not saying anything else. So me and Kalina went metal detecting today, and she pulled out this thing.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That is so cool.
It's
That
Looks
is
like the car in
awesome.
Monopoly.
toy
That
car.
is an old school car, man.
But it looks like
What
the
is
car
it?
in Monopoly.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it looks like a
Monopoly.
Monopoly car.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Was like I pulled out a toy car. I'm like, that thing is like a look at holy.
So old.
What detector do you use?
We got 2 Garrett's.
Show and tell. Show and tell.
I got let me bring it over.
You know, we brought our detectors with us.
In Boston?
All the way to Boston, Salem, and everything, just in case we would find a spot
Oh, yeah.
where we could do it. But there just wasn't time.
So we got a Garrett. This is a Garrett 250.
Nice.
So, and this one's a 300. They're
Nice.
pretty nice. They work really good.
Somebody's cat's mad.
And
No.
got some big, huge things.
Yeah, we got
Probably
What's the
James.
red one back there?
We got simplexes, and then I think both of our things are Garrett.
What's the metal one? The red one.
Oh, that's a piece of shit.
Ah, we all got to start somewhere.
It's a piece of shit.
It's called
POS,
white. I don't
you
know.
know.
It's
Technical legal term.
It's white. I don't know.
That's funny because I got the same one in my garage.
Oh,
It came
The red
with
one.
the other Garrett, so like it was like 2 metal detectors for $30. I'm like, here you go.
nice.
But it's funny because the red one that I have, I use that and it works really good.
Can you hear the peacocks in the background?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
those
no,
are
the
Did you hear
peacocks?
them?
Peacock.
They're trying to kill each other or what?
No, that's their
They're peacocking.
You hear that?
That's their mating call, I think.
It is kind of, but they're not. It's actually the males talking to each other
Yeah.
at different points in the acreage that we have. Like they stay away from each other mostly during this season.
Yeah, because
But
it's
they
mating
do
season.
answer each other like they answer each other's calls of like, hey, I see something over here too, you know, like that's what mostly what that call is.
I thought they were more like, bro, hey, bro.
No.
See, now that's a different call what they're making.
No.
It's totally different.
No.
Different call.
Looks like cats.
It's weird.
I'm going to shoot this cat.
Yeah, it's very.
James, you look fine.
Yeah, they have all these different calls that they use around the property, and you realize the difference daily. You can hear it.
So I got a quiz for you guys.
Okay.
Ooh, a quiz.
I found this last year in the ground when I was metal detecting. You tell me what it is?
A mustache. No, I'm just kidding. That's wings. That's wings.
Just
wings.
wings.
It's like an airplane pilot wings.
No, it's just
That's what it looks
a
like.
brooch or something.
So I looked it up, and I believe it's a World War I or World War II pin that went on somebody's uniform.
Yeah, it's wings. Like
yeah, they are wings,
pilot.
but they everything that's military has a circle in the middle to reference about the USAF or something like that.
Not all of them are like that. Some of them are just for like they're not super official, but they're cute little ones that they give away to kids and stuff like that.
Who is that? John Elway? Tom Brady. I'll take that.
But James, what happened to you? You look like you have a red face.
We have some little things going on with the family. Normal New York City stuff. You know, they beat
Nothing
me
is
up
normal in New York.
You got burned?
No, I think it's the tint of my camera.
Okay. He's
But
getting
no magnet
reflection
fishing?
off of his magnet in the background there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the magnet in the background. He's getting a little bit of a.
How can he does that? It's not even the real
It's
thing.
a very big magnet behind me.
But it's only an image.
Yeah.
A picture. How can it reflect if it's
I
not?
have no idea. I was going there. Seeing
That's probably the AI that does that.
Yep.
But James, you didn't magnet fish this week?
We did last, I think, Saturday, I think.
What?
Or last Monday.
Saturday?
We haven't fished in a bit. We might go tomorrow for
I got a
Memorial Day,
present for myself.
since we don't have anywhere to do a barbecue. So glovies,
Gloves.
little
Glovey,
fingery.
glovies.
Little gloves.
Gloves.
Is anyone
I
planning
like
barbecues?
these because there's a better
Yeah, I would do a barbecue, but the
area
problem
in
is that
here
we have too much rain.
protect it. All my other gloves like go like they get like a hole right there.
Yeah, because you're.
So I'm hoping this will work better. I noticed it in the picture. So I was hoping this maybe would work better. So I got
the
I got
problem
two
you have
pairs.
a hole here. It's because you let the rope go through.
I know. That's exactly why. And so I was hoping that these maybe would hold up a little bit better to all of the rope pulling. So, and they weren't that expensive. They were actually really inexpensive. So
I'm actually going to
I got
Massachusetts.
3 pairs.
You're going to Massachusetts?
You want to hit some of those spots that we didn't do?
Massachusetts.
Nope, I'm actually going to see I'm going to see my dad.
Oh,
I'm going to go to Lowell, Massachusetts to see my dad and hang out with him. I'm getting a
Lowell.
Yep. But I'm getting a desk that was my grandfather's.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And then I can finally give this back to the Nick. I'm gonna clean it up before because it's all dirty from when we went out to
Boston.
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 What was that? The one that broke?
The little thing, it didn't break. It was just that little thing that came off.
Okay.
Because my dad's giving me a tripod.
Nice.
Yep. I just gotta get the thing to hook it up to so I can put my phone on it so I can do magnet fishing.
We're gonna go to see a movie tomorrow.
Not Lilo and Stitch.
No, we're gonna actually go see a movie that's a part 2 movie.
Final Destination.
Mission Impossible.
It's a part 2 movie.
Oh,
It's
Part
part
2,
like
it's
8.
part 2 of the last Mission Impossible movie that they did.
Is that 11, 12?
I know it feels
think
like
it's
it,
8.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's like part 8
Yep.
or movie 8, but part 2, something like that.
It's a part 2. That's weird. I didn't
Yeah,
thought it was a
the
third.
last movie that they did was only part 1 of the last movie they did. Look it up.
The last one I saw was Rogue Nation. Or Rogue.
No, there's even another one.
Yeah, but that's the last one I saw.
I know. I'm just trying to tell you what this one is.
Okay, so the part 1 was Dead Reckoning, and the
And
new
now
film
this
is
one
the final.
Final Reckoning. Yeah.
Yeah, but the one in 2023 was Dead Reckoning Part 1.
I've been
Wow,
watching Netflix.
So
It's
yeah,
crazy that the
it's
first
Mission Impossible 8.
yeah, and the
So
first
that's
one
what
was in
this is.
1996.
I know, that's crazy.
Almost 30 years in the making.
Now, I've been watching Netflix, so that's all I've been watching.
So Brian and I got all caught up on all the movies because we hadn't seen them either.
Me, I've lost interest.
We hadn't seen them all either, so we got all caught up on all the movies so that we could go see. What are you doing?
He wants to beat someone with that. He's gonna roll it up to death.
That's for later. That's for later when the stream ends.
Colleen is gonna hit him with it.
Cracking fresh beers, dude.
If Arizona creates beer.
Brian found another Tecate beer can in the yard.
Tecate?
Tecate, yes.
Nice.
He's bringing it to show you. The last one, he didn't clean this one up, but the other one, I made a little short. Did you see it?
This was the upside.
I'm missing a lot of things.
This was the upside. And so it totally got rid of all of the
Colors?
red and stuff. And I was asking the beer manager today, Chris, I was asking him, I want a single because we have singles of everything at work. And I said, I want a single of this beer to bring home with me to compare against this one. Just the way it looks,
Yeah.
And he says, we don't have that one in singles, but we do have 12 packs for $11.99. And I went, I don't want a 12 pack. I just want one, like we have everything else under the sun in because the cans don't look like this anymore. So that's how old it is.
This one must be in the 90s.
This one was
Possibly.
Before 2016.
Yeah.
It would have been before
Chris said that it was only a few years ago that they changed the can.
No, so I started 2016.
No, I know
and then
what
it
you
was
said about your work.
4 years before that.
But
So
I'm just
it's like
saying that he said, as the beer manager, that they changed the can only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like 4 years ago, maybe.
But I mean, this is from.
But they had
2012 or
this
earlier.
can for like ever. This kind of
Yeah.
reddish kind of can with
Yeah,
that.
with the black eagle on it.
Right. So if
And
you
now
go,
it's golden.
If you go to my channel
Ooh.
and look at the small like short that we did of him digging that up, not that one, but the other one that we found. Yeah, it's really short. And then I show you like the totally cleaned up can on my counter in the kitchen. Yeah, you can see the difference of the actual top side and the bottom side, because the other one has that kind of look to it too. Like the side that was facing the ground and away from the sun looks a lot better than that one.
The other one was more buried. so
Oh
it's
yeah,
better.
it was nice.
This one I have to.
Citizens Magnet Fishing.
Magnet fishing.
42 on Friday. What's that going to be like?
He's gonna be an old.
Same thing as today.
Same thing as 41.
I'm 41. I'll be 42 soon.
Nice.
Everybody, this is the rule.
What's it?
Drink Wisconsin Derby.
Wisconsin-bly.
It's a rule.
But Julie says you're younger than me, Colt.
See? Go like that. I got the skull on top of the hat.
That is cool.
It's Colt Dundee.
That's cool.
Go Dundee.
Colt Dundee.
They're only saying with the hat I look like Bubba Ray from the 3D. So.
Hey, we brought the tables.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
This is a knife.
That is a knife.
Speaking of knives, did anyone see the short we put up recently?
No,
Because
you got too much shorts
today because I was at work.
This is a knife.
Was it recent? Like more
Is there a
recent?
blue diamond on that or anything? A blue gem? Is there a
Oh,
gem
that's
on that?
nice. Where'd you get that?
Donnie, is there a gem on there? No.
I think there was.
Yeah.
No,
Bob and Effort just found that exact knife in the water.
Yeah.
Really?
You saw the video, right?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yep. And if you look at the one we found, I don't even know if I'm allowed to have the one we found. Yeah, it's the same exact one he found.
That's so
Really?
cool. I like
Joker,
that.
that's the same one Bob just found in New Jersey.
Yeah, but his is like super rotten.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah, but at least he's back. He's back magnet fishing.
Yes.
That's great.
And more profane than ever.
Oh yeah. With Michael, I think is
one of his old
Kiwi
friends.
strawberry time, you guys.
Apple kiwi strawberry.
Apple
James,
kiwi strawberry.
Is it the newest short that you have it?
Yeah. Terrible night. Barbie won't let me keep it in the house, so I got to figure out how to get rid of it, and I don't know what to do. I don't even think I can put it on YouTube.
Why?
James, you can send it to me.
It's a bad guy Germany time youth knife.
Oh no, keep it, man, keep it.
Yeah, we have 3 of them now. Well, 2 of them. 2 of them with the symbol on it, and 1 of them with the fleur de lis instead. But this one,
yeah, keep it
going to the same spot. We find them over and over. Fresh knives, fresh knives.
I've got a brass knuckle if you want.
Baby.
I'll trade it for that.
Who's it?
Hell yeah! No, I can't have brass knuckles. Worse than a knife. I'll go to jail for a gun if you have a brass knuckle. It's like super illegal.
You can't even have it to display it.
No.
Yeah,
Brass
you
knuckles
can
having a
display
illegal
it, but it needs to be encased.
That's what I mean. Can you like put it in a little box and hang it on the
Yeah.
wall or something?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I would think you could.
No, James, I it's comfort. You can't do it with a brass knuckle to be encased in something. It needs to be untouchable to defend yourself.
Yeah, so pretty
And I
much.
would think that like they have these cases that are locked. You know, they have with the locking key,
Yeah.
which would be the best thing to put it in.
Or you can put it in epoxy.
Yeah, they're talking about epoxy.
Yeah. So if it's encased in epoxy, you cannot remove it from it to hit somebody with it. But you can take the epoxy and hit somebody with it, though.
Oh, did you say epoxy?
Epoxy?
Epoxy. Oh, okay. That's why I was like,
Or
what?
acrylic
I thought you
paint
said a
or
box seat.
Resin.
It
Like,
must
what
be
the
my
frick
French
is a
accent that does that. I don't know.
Take my box.
A box seat. And I'm like, what's a box seat? The thing is, I'm like, doesn't that have to do with baseball? Box seat. I got
Epoxy.
box seats, man.
Yeah, it's because of my accent. Sometimes I speak weird.
I know, but it's okay. I need to hear it again.
You want a baguette with your croissant?
My croissant.
You want your
I think
croissant?
hey, I think our next trip next year should be in New York.
Everyone
No,
says
I
that, but
need
nobody
you
wants to
come
come
a
down.
little bit
Only Joker, Colt,
closer.
and Mischief Magnet, and Wallace.
Buffalo?
That's really far away.
I kind of can't right now.
No,
Yeah,
next year.
I hear you, Wallace.
Next
Hope is
year.
going well.
Nick's gonna
How
be.
about Washington, D.C.?
You're gonna have a lift with Colt. That's for sure.
Well, no, I'm talking about what's going on with Sarah. I can't do
Yeah.
more.
Oh, yeah.
That's next year, Nick, not this year.
Yeah, not this year. We did our trip this year.
She's gonna be okay next year.
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
When she comes,
I think everyone's gonna want to come down next in 2026 summer because I think I made the announcement of who's coming here.
Who is
I
coming?
know who's coming. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
you
excited
guys,
about.
nobody heard yet.
No.
No.
So we've been in
Oh,
contact
here
with
we
like
go.
a major person.
There
A
we
major
go.
Bandai?
person?
Nope. Well, just about
Wim?
Bondi,
Wim?
but it's Wim.
No,
Women and Opie
really?
and them are coming down 2026.
Oh,
Is he
hell
coming
yeah.
with Mark Netto?
Who is
I'm not
coming?
sure who with, but they're not
Still
doing it
didn't
this
understand
summer.
what
He
you
hit me up
said.
and he said, "Summer of 2026, get ready for Amsterdam in New York City."
Oh yeah, I love
So
women.
whoever's coming down, you're gonna meet Wim and their crew.
If he's
I don't know
there,
Bondi's
I'm be
coming.
there.
I didn't understand what you said. Wim?
Wim's
Oh, you
Adventure
don't know
Buddy?
Wim?
Who's Wim?
Oh,
He's the
goodness.
guy with
The really long
Bondi.
hair.
He's Bondi's left-hand man, right-hand
Yeah.
man.
He started his
Okay,
channel
I
like
was like, I don't know
as
this
soon as
guy.
James started his channel.
Yeah.
Wim started his
Yeah.
channel and beat James like quickly with subscribers.
Yeah, not now though. Now we just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Okay, I
No,
didn't
he's
know
the
who
one
this
that found
was,
the.
so I was
He's
like,
the one that found the sword, Anita.
Yeah, he
the
found
old
the
thing.
rapier.
Yeah, he found the really old sword.
I thought Mark found the sword.
No, Mark found a replica sword.
Yeah,
Wim
Mark found
found-
the replica sword that was
But
big.
Wim found a sword, but you know the musketeer sword, the rapier?
Yes,
He found that. A real
Yeah, he
one.
found it.
a rapier.
A real one. Not
Okay.
a replica.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You got it
But he
authenticated
do
somewhere?
found a lot of safes and guns.
Oh yeah, they find saves all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was his last video was with Mark Netto. He's from Germany, and they
Okay.
found an
Blue hair guy,
AK-47.
Yeah, that's the blue hair guy, right? The blue
Yeah.
hair guy? Another blue hair guy besides Sonic.
Yeah, but Mark Netto was in Australia for a
I
while.
would be excited my whole life to never find one and deal with it. I'm sorry, I don't want to deal with those.
What is it?
I don't want to deal with the peer
Firearm.
view at all my whole life. I don't.
I can deal with
Yes,
a gun.
Mark,
I
a
don't wanna
fencing
deal with
rapier.
I had one, and now it's in the museum, and I felt like time stopped. Like I thought it
I
was
would
like
be so more creeped out than anything. I just don't. I don't like those things.
See, I can deal with a pew pew. I cannot deal with a grenade or anything explosive. I'm like, nope. I can stay
I
right in
already
the
got my
water.
explosive. I got my cannonball. I'm good.
I was right
That
there when you
sure
got
was
it.
explosive.
No, they let us take it home.
Yeah, they let us take it home because
That's
they
not
looked at it. Yeah, they
Black
looked
Dog
at
got
it.
3 of them that day.
There were 6 that day.
Yep.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Joker,
Yeah.
you
Black
found
Dog got 3.
the big ones, the like 68-pound basketball size ones, right?
Yeah.
Black Dog got 2 of those.
Yes, it's Black Dog that
was
got
the
them.
one that got those big ones. Yeah.
But his wife
Yeah,
got it.
I was right
She was
beside
right
him.
next to me.
But I was right beside him when he caught the first one.
Yeah, we were both right there.
Oh yeah, we just started magnet fishing. He was like as his second throw.
Wow.
Yep. And after everybody found out there was cannonballs over there, they started going over that way. You know?
Yeah. So guys, we're gonna cut the stream to live tonight 2 hours again. Thank you. And if you want guys talk after the live, stay put. But for everyone in the chat room, thank you for coming. Thank you guys. Nate, I know he's already gone, but thank you for being there tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks. The next Sunday in 2 weeks. See you guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.